Hello, Grouchketeer. Telly and I were just talking about some of the trashy things on Sesame Street.
Yeah, we're glad you came to play with us today, right, Oscar?
Glad schmad. Trash is the only thing that makes me glad.
Move your star until you see sparkles, and then press the button.
That crummy star will help you find the sparkles. When you see them, press the button.
You wanna play?
Hi.
E.
What a mess! Let's clean it up. You can help.
Don't listen to him.
Match each thing to the letter that it starts with. What starts with the letter F?
That's right. Fish starts with the letter F.
Don't stop now! Only 3 more left!
Which of the things from the trash bag starts with the letter C? That's right.
Candle starts with the letter C.
Okay, only 2 more left.
What starts with the letter S? Nice job! I knew you could do it. Spider starts with the letter S.
1 more match. Which letter goes with airplane? That's right. A is the first letter of the word airplane.
This place looks neat and clean. You did a great job. Have fun. We'll miss you.
Don't look at me for any of that gooey stuff.
Hi, I was hoping you'd come to see me. What do you want to do first? Move the star to anything in my nest and press the button.
Little Red Riding Bird. Once upon a time, there was a bird who always wore a red cape, so everyone called him Little Red Riding Bird. One day, Little Red Riding Bird merrily skipped through the forest.
I can't wait to give Grandma Bird this delicious basket full of goodies,
Little Red Riding Bird said. Little Red Riding Bird was very careful to avoid wicked wolves, tricky foxes, and other ill-behaved creatures. Little did he know that the trickiest creature of all awaited him at Grandmother Bird's house. When Little Red Riding Bird got to Grandma Bird's house, he was surprised to find Grandma in bed wearing her bonnet with the blankets and sheets pulled up close to her chin.
Why, Granny,
Little Red Riding Bird said,
what grouchy eyes you have.
All the better to stare at you with, my dear.
Granny said.
And Granny, what funny eyebrows you have.
Little Red Riding Bird said.
All the better to frown and make funny faces with, my dear.
And Granny, what a grumpy voice you have.
Little Red Riding Bird said.
All the better to argue and complain with, my dear. And besides, what's wrong with my voice?
But before Little Red Riding Bird could answer, the Grouch, who had been pretending he was Granny Bird all along, leapt up and grabbed Little Red Riding Bird's basket of goodies. Then, just as suddenly, the real Granny Bird appeared. She had been outside picking bird berries the whole time. The Grouch and Grandma Bird both grabbed the basket of goodies as Little Red Riding Bird looked on.
Those goodies are mine,
The Grouch said. Who would get the basket of goodies? Finally, with one big tug, the Grouch pulled the basket away from Grandma. In a flash, the Grouch threw open the basket. He was shocked to find chocolate cookies, gingerbread cake, a whole bag full of strawberries, and in fact, every wonderful, sweet, tasty treat a grandma could ever want.
Yuck! It's just a bunch of icky sweet stuff.
The Grouch said in disgust.
Get that stuff away from me, or I'm gonna be sick.
And in a second, he was gone.
Let him find his own basket of goodies.
Little Red Riding Bird sniffed. And with the Grouch gone, Little Red Riding Bird sat down with Granny Bird, and they had a wonderful lunch. The end.
X.
It's springtime, leaves sprout and grow.
You're listening to KKID. We know what you are.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Hey, you know what letter comes after I?
J!
In the entertainment news today, the letter S has agreed to be the first letter in the word star. Hollywood insiders suggest that a big career awaits the letter in sitcoms, synchronized swimming, and perhaps even on Sesame Street.
Who do you want to call? Ernie and Bert? Or Snuffy? Or Oscar?
Hey there, you've reached Ernie's Drama Hotline. It's time for another episode of These Are the Days of Our Letters. In our last episode, the letter C fell madly in love with the letter H to make the sound ch. Soon they made beautiful words together, like chimney, cheese, and cha-cha-cha. Tune in next week for another episode of These Are the Days of Our Letters.
Hi, it's Oscar. Don't call us. We'll call you. Get the hint? Nudge, nudge, nudge.
Hi, you've reached the Snuffleupagus letter line. Today's letter is S. You know the letter S? The one that looks like a string of spaghetti. In fact, the word spaghetti begins with the letter S. And so does my name, Snuffleupagus. Thanks for calling the Snuffleupagus letter line. Bye-bye.
Oh.
Look at all those sparkles.
Flowers.
M E U H K D.
Hooray! It's time to play What's My Rhyme? I just know you're gonna love it. We get to make up a poem together. First comes my part. I'll tell you the beginning of a rhyme, but I'll leave out the very last word that rhymes. Then it's your turn. You look around my nest for something that rhymes. Move your star to something that rhymes with what I say, then press the button. In the spring, the rainy showers get me wet, but feed the...
Flowers.
You did it! You made a rhyme! I just love making rhymes, don't you? Come back and play again anytime. Well, goodbye. Come back to my nest real soon.
Big Bird sure knows how to play. Speaking of playing, what do you want to do now?
Come on, let's get grouchy already. There's so much we can do to mess up this place.
See you soon!
Come back and we can get really grouchy.
Hi, you want to play Shape-O-Matic?
Oh, please, anything but that. How about the radio?
Well, you decide. Just move your star wherever you want and press the button.
The Prince and the Letter N. Once upon a time, very long ago, in a faraway castle by a river long forgotten, in a place that no one can remember, there lived a prince. Prince Ernie he was called, because his name was Ernie and he was, in fact, a prince. Prince Ernie was a well-loved prince because he did all the right princely things. He played, he sang, he ate, and he took his bath when told to. Sadly, there was one thing that the prince could never do. He could never fall asleep.
Oh, I'm sleepy, but I just don't feel like sleeping.
Prince Ernie sighed. His good friend, Squire Burt, tried everything he could to get Prince Ernie to go to sleep. Squire Burt would say,
Come on, Ernie. I mean, Prince Ernie. Just close your eyes and go to sleep.
but nothing worked. So off went Squire Burt to search the kingdom far and wide, hither and yon, and all over the place, trying to find something that would help the prince sleep. Squire Burt gave Prince Ernie a flock of sheep for him to count, hoping that counting sheep would make the prince fall asleep.
Oh, Bert, how do I get the sheep to jump?
The prince asked. Only a few of the sheep could successfully leap over the prince's bed, and the rest lounged around the castle, making a mess. This made Squire Burt very unhappy because, besides being Prince Ernie's best friend, he was in charge of keeping the castle clean.
Gee, I never knew sheep were so sloppy,
the squire remarked to himself. Then, magically, one day there appeared a mysterious package. The package had a card. The card said, "A surefire cure for the prince, guaranteed to help him sleep." Squire Burt and Prince Ernie rushed to open the package, and inside they found the letter N.
Now, how is an N going to help me sleep?
The prince asked.
Well, N is the first letter in the word nap.
Squire Burt replied.
Maybe if we put the N beside your bed, you'll take a nap.
So off they went, dragging the N behind them. Prince Ernie sat for hours, but not once did he even yawn or close his eyes. He wasn't a bit sleepy. Meanwhile, Squire Burt fell into a snooze.
Oh, Bert. Wake up, Bert!
I'm up! What?
Listen, Bert, I still can't get to sleep.
Oh, Prince Ernie.
Now, what good is this letter N anyhow?
Prince Ernie said to his squire.
Well, the letter N is also the first letter in the word night, and nighttime is when most people sleep.
Squire Burt suggested. So when it became dark, Squire Burt and Prince Ernie took the letter N to the bedroom and waited. But nothing happened. Soon Squire Burt was fast asleep again.
Oh, well,
Prince Ernie said, listening to Bert snore.
I guess I'll never get to sleep. I wonder what else I can do with this letter.
Prince Ernie played with the letter, turning it sideways.
If I turn it into a Z, it makes a great pillow. But will it make me sleepy?
The prince yawned, but before he could say another word, he fell right to sleep.
Oh, Prince Ernie.
Squire Burt said.
I'm really glad you can sleep, but do you think you could possibly keep it down a little?
The end.
Amazing! This telephone can call Big Bird or Snuffy or Oscar. Who should we call?
Hi, you've reached the Snuffleupagus letter line. Today's letter is S. You know the letter S? The one that looks like a string of spaghetti. In fact, the word spaghetti begins with the letter S. And so does my name, Snuffleupagus. Thanks for calling the Snuffleupagus letter line. Bye-bye.
Hello, this is Oscar. What do you want? Hey, don't bug me. I'm messing up my trash can with some new mud pies I just made. Maybe we can talk some other time. Bye.
Hello. Oh, hi.
for calling. Yeah, I was just cleaning up my nest. Do you know how difficult it is to keep all these twigs in place? I've got a lot of straightening up to do. Can you call me back later? Hey, you wouldn't happen to have a few twigs around the house, would you? Bye-bye.
You're listening to K.
A is for alligator, B is for bayou. Hey Bert, it's time to play my Shape-O-Matic game.
Shape-O-Matic? What do you mean, Ernie?
You can change the shape of anything in our room. Move your star to anything that sparkles, and then press the button.
Oh no! What happened to my bottle cap collection? It's shaped like a triangle. What a strange book.
I wonder how to play that tuba. It's a triangle.
What kind of sound would that tuba make? That train will never work.
It's a triangle. It's a circle. It's a square.
It's shaped like a circle.
It's a circle. It's a triangle.
What a strange book.
It's a circle. It's a square.
It's shaped like a triangle.
I think that telephone came from outer space. It's a circle.
Have you ever seen a radio like that? It's shaped like a triangle. It's shaped like a circle.
It's a square.
Get a load of that fish tank.
Hello, little fishies. Do you like your new fish tank? Hello, little fishies. Do you like your new fish tank?
It's shaped like a square.
That painting is a work of art. It's a circle. Can we get Sesame Street on that TV?
What kind of a television is that anyway?
It's a circle.
What kind of a television is that anyway? It's shaped like a square. It's shaped like a triangle.
It's a circle.
I'd like to see that wagon roll.
Rubber Ducky would like that bathtub.
It's shaped like a triangle.
Rubber Ducky would like that bathtub. Rubber Ducky would like that bathtub. My goodness, Rubber Ducky, what happened to your body? It's a triangle. My goodness, Rubber Ducky, what happened to your body? It's a square.
It's shaped like a circle.
Gosh, now look at my shirt. Gosh, now look at my shirt.
It's shaped like a circle.
Hey Bert, watch me do a square dance.
Oh, very funny, Ernie. Ernie, you're a triangle. You look like a slice of pizza.
With or without anchovies, Bert?
With or without anchovies. That's a good one. Look, Ernie, you're a circle.
Gee, Bert, now I'm a big wheel. Gee, Bert, I always knew you were a real square.
I feel like Bert in the box. What's going on, Ernie?
Bert, you're a triangle. Get the point? Hey, Bert, you really get around, don't you?
I feel like I'm going in circles, Ernie.
Oh, you're ready to stop playing? Well, we can play Shape-O-Matic anytime you want. See you later.
You know what? I've never met a pigeon I didn't like. Hey, let's talk about letters for a minute. B is the first letter of Bert, Bernice, and bottle caps.
Oh no, you're leaving? Gee, the three of us will really miss you.
The three of us?
Yeah, you, me, and Rubber Ducky.
Bert and Ernie say the silliest things.
L.
Snuffy's cave has lots of neat things to play with.
Oh, it's you! I hoped you would visit me.
Have you ever seen a picture that talks before?
Oh dear, who should we call?
Hi there, you've reached Ernie's Drama Hotline. It's time for another episode of These Are the Days of Our Letters. In our last episode, the letter C fell madly in love with the letter H to make the sound ch. Soon they made beautiful words together, like chimney, cheese, and cha-cha-cha. Tune in next week for another episode of These Are the Days of Our Letters.
T.
You're listening to KTOY. We know what's fun.
Now, straight from Maine, Montana, and Missouri, the star of Milk, Mouse, Mud, and maybe the letter M. Appearing now in movie theaters near me. Opens Monday. Don't miss it.
What's the last letter of the alphabet? Z!
Snuffy Dumpty. Snuffy Dumpty was a good egg. He was also a very large one. One day, for reasons no one has ever known, Snuffy Dumpty sat on a wall. It's always been a big mystery how Snuffy Dumpty got on the wall to begin with.
I don't have any idea,
Snuffy Dumpty admitted. Oh well, Snuffy Dumpty was no ordinary egg, that's for sure. Anyway, Snuffy Dumpty was just sitting on the wall, minding his business, when suddenly he had a great fall.
Oh my, I'm falling!
Snuffy Dumpty cried, and he broke into a snuffillion pieces. An alarm went out across the countryside. After all, Snuffy Dumpty was well known and well liked by everyone. Soon they were all crowded around Snuffy Dumpty, trying to figure out how to put the pieces back together again. They couldn't figure out what went where. They kept getting his top and his bottom confused.
Oh dear, I don't think that's quite right,
Snuffy Dumpty said. So they called in some help. The king's horses and the king's men were specialists in putting things right. They worked night and day, trying every possible way of patching him up. No matter what they did, all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Snuffy Dumpty together again. So they just did the best they could and sent Snuffy Dumpty on his way.
Oh, golly. At least I'm not on that wall anymore,
Snuffy Dumpty said. Well, Snuffy Dumpty was never quite the same. Of course, he made sure to stay away from walls forever after. And as he sat down on an old tree stump to take an afternoon nap, Snuffy Dumpty sighed.
Ah, that's much more comfortable.
The end.
S.
So, you want to play Snuffy Says? I am so glad. It's very easy. Here's how you play. I'll say a sound, then you find something in my cave that starts with that sound, then press the button. Snuffy says, Move your star to something in my cave that starts with the sound K and press the button. That's my kangaroo. Yes, that is right. Kangaroo starts with the sound K. You can play Snuffy Says anytime you want. Boy, that was a great visit. Come on back soon.
Did you and Snuffy play Snuffy Says? I just love that game. Now what do you want to do?
J.
That is a stop sign. Press the button if you're all done playing.